My name is Letitia Kanyero, and I play the flute in Kenya National Youth Orchestra. With the Kenwayo experience, I was able to get the courage and a good head start in pursuing more ABRSM exams, which has really encouraged me a lot. I would be looking forward to much more residentials. I would also be looking forward to um, getting to go to more places so that we can be noticed more within Kenya and hopefully within the whole of East Africa or maybe even Africa or even internationally.
Hi, my name is Mudoni. I play flute and I joined Kenwayo last year, 2019. And so far I've had so much fun. I've grown a bit, quite a bit actually. I've made so many new friends, so many people I can call, even my family. Yeah.
Believing. The first level was believing that it was possible. The idea had been there. People had tried before. Like, time is ripe for this to grow. We are excited to be living at that time. So that was the first excitement. The fact that you could do something, you could think of something and it actually is like it's a reality. So that was it. The first level was that we were believers. That is, like, I don't think anything is more important than that. We slept, we dreamt, we lived this dream that we could see starting to unfold. That was the first level of excitement.
So we had to do the auditions. We did them at the Go Down Art Center. We were an excellent partner. We didn't know what to expect at all. We didn't know what would be out there, but we were going to do it anyway.
I remember Liz Njoroge used to have a program on radio, a classical music program on radio. And, she would say all these, like, if there was any classical gig, if there was anything that was coming, then she would announce on her program, So I remember one time, Liz is talking about an audition for young guys who want to join an orchestra. So I'm in Kisumu and I hear about there's an orchestra that's supposed to be formed up, and guys are being requested to make applications. So I asked myself, why not? And so I came. I told them, you know what? I don't play any classical instrument, but I just know how to drum from school, and then I can sing. And I finished and I went back to Kisumu. What I realized about this, what was different about this audition, it wasn't like any other audition maybe I'd gone for, where the focus was on the music. This audition, the focus was like, who are you as a person, like what? Because I think they were trying to make sure anyone who was given the opportunity to join the orchestra was in the same mindset, the same mindset as what the plan for the orchestra was,
I remember that first bus ride, meeting some of the guys there on the bus, talking about, kind of what their background was, and it was an exciting time.
The residential was at Brackenhurst, I think, and I remember it was freezing the whole time, but yeah, it worked. And then, we had the promulgation, and that was also funny, kind of weird.
I think it was during the first meeting, when we come together and we introduce ourselves, when my phone rang, and it was the Permanent Presidential Music Commission, and they wanted us to play at the promulgation of the new constitution. I think it would have been very, very foolish of us to have said no, but luckily we said yes.
Well, the first challenge was to decide what to play, what music do we play. I asked Moses, what does this new Kenya constitution mean for you? And he said, it's like a rebirth, like a rejuvenation. The title popped into my head, La Rejuissance. I stayed up one night making an arrangement.
Guys were excited. I think our expectations were high. We thought, it was a beautiful venue where you guys would go and set up and, play some music for like 30 minutes or so.
I have never carried timpani for such a long distance. I remember my fingers really feeling strained holding the timpani and knocking my shin on the timpani stands and trying to keep my cool.
Because we were made to park Bali. Then we have to walk to Uhuru Park, but it wasn't the Uhuru Park of Kenyatta Avenue. You have to go all the way around to that road of NHIF.
Mark, you know, we are carrying instruments and stands.
Manze, we get there, Uhuru Park was full. Like, there were people everywhere. Yani, it was full, proper full.
And then so we go and join the line with all of the other musicians, and the band that was right next to us was a Wahindi bagpipe band. They were playing bagpipes in an Indian style. It was just amazing.
They told us, Ngieni, come. So we walked with them so that the cops can let us pass.
Everybody started to get text messages. Hey guys, we've just seen you on TV. What are you doing? So we'd walked across in front of all the TV cameras, carrying our stuff, looking very flustered because we were late and we were on the wrong side.
What I really enjoyed actually was the other people waiting to walk across. Yeah, these amazing traditional dancers, the Kochia, Ramogi dancers. But as we were walking, the crowds were cheering. But I just remember something as I was walking on the left. Then somebody asked, and that has always bothered me up to now, hawa ni wa Kenya kweli? And that question from somebody in the crowd just got me wondering, why would they perceive us as Kenyan? Maybe because we were a mixed race group. I figured out maybe because people have never seen these instruments before. Everything was new. People had never seen a violin before. Not like nowadays where you find somebody on a nduvi with a violin and it's no big deal anymore.
It was just chaos. And then we were told we had to march next to the area where the president and all the important people were. And we were like, well, some of us can't march and play.
There was no stopping. There's a marshal at the end who's just telling guys, come, walk.
And everyone was very, very worried about this because we had the music to put on music stands. No one had memorized it.
We got to a point and everyone just stopped.
And there was no chance to think about it because already within 3 seconds,
Marshall was there like clinching and shouting. And
so we started, no introduction, no time for 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like literally, just straight in like that. There were security guys closing in on us from all sides. I glanced up, I saw snipers on top of the buildings, and I thought, we need to get out of here. So as I was conducting, I did some kind of gesture, and the moment we finished was like, grab your instrument, pick up everything and move.
It was an exciting thing. Like, it wasn't like one of the easiest things that we guys had to do, but you know, it was fun. It gave us a lot of hope. Why? It's 3 days into residential, but you guys can already start seeing the impact with this performance.
I think it gave us legitimacy, especially since it was the first week of our existence. It gave us, at least tunajua, we are recognized by the government, basically. Yeah.
It was huge. I didn't realize how big it was at that time, but now thinking back, it was we got a very good platform and we were part of a big thing.
I think we saw what was possible, and it was great. It was fantastic.
And it showed the ease at which the orchestra adapts to certain situations. And so that, to me, just showed what this orchestra was all about vis-a-vis other orchestras.
Anyway, that really bonded us. And that was the beginning of KNYO.
I just say thank you, because this is like the best thing that has happened so far to the youth of this country.